Real talk, real people, relevant conversations. The I Am Kiana Skills podcast is dedicated to real conversations about issues, emotions, and experiences that affects the lives of everyday people.
I know that's right.
Welcome to the I Am Kiana Skills podcast. Welcome to the I Am Kiana Skills podcast, episode 16, sponsored by the Closet Experience Boutique and Delightful Cakes and Catering. I'm your host, Kiana Skills, and I have the influential Aquanette Cooper with me today co-hosting.
Hello, hello.
Hey, girl, hey. Today's topic, when opportunity knocks the second time, will you be ready? Opportunity comes but once is one of the most misunderstood statements in my opinion. Opportunity comes but once is a phrase that means when you have a chance to do something or try something new, you should jump at the endeavor or take advantage of the endeavor because you might miss out on getting another attempt. Did you catch that I said might? The key word might implies there is a possibility that the opportunity could present itself again in due time and spin the block back, as the young folks say, and come knocking at your door.
Yes, yes.
Hello, Aquanette. How you doing today?
Doing well, thanks, and you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Fantastic.
Alrighty now, let's jump right into this episode and see if we can help the listeners get into formation and be ready for the second time around when it comes to missed opportunities.
Okay, let's get ready.
All right, they better get in formation because we're going to get them there. We're going to give them the tools they need for the second time around.
All right.
If the universe sends you an opportunity that is in alignment with your life path, but you don't take the opportunity, will the universe send it again? That is a question that many of us have asked ourselves. Or will the universe say to us, look at my face. My name is Might Have Been. I am also called No More, Too Late, and Farewell. Y'all, this sounds like the universe just issued us the bye Felicia, didn't it? Hey! No one wants to hear those words when they have manifested and worked on their vision board to achieve goals and pursue their dreams. Sometimes opportunity will present itself, but for some reason you don't take it. Maybe it involves moving to a new city, and perhaps you or your spouse can't easily find employment in that new city, so it derails your plans, or there's some type of hardship you may be facing at the time preventing you from taking the leap. Perhaps you just don't feel like it. You just don't feel ready for the challenge. Although it is something that you have been manifesting and trying to position yourself for, whatever the reason, you let it go and it slipped away from your grasp and left you feeling like a ship without a sail. Aquanette, have you ever missed an opportunity and how did it make you feel?
Oh, for sure. I think many of us have missed some opportunities, and at the time they looked like they were missed opportunities. But like you said earlier, maybe we just weren't ready. And maybe it just wasn't meant to be taken at that time. So, of course, there have been times that I've had, or I thought I have missed out on something. And later on, it was shown to me, no, you just weren't ready. So in the beginning, of course, there's feelings of disappointment or feelings of even failure.
Oh, yeah.
So that's something that I had to deal with, just stop feeling like I was a failure. So those are things that can definitely happen when you feel like you've missed an opportunity. But I tend to believe that we don't miss anything. Everything happens in the time that it's supposed to happen.
Oh, yes. And I'm a firm believer in that. Yes, you're going to be shattered at first because, it hurts us. We're human beings. It's like, why do we live with the what if this, what if that?
Oh, the what ifs. Yeah, those are really bad.
So, look, you said really bad. So you've experienced some of those.
Yes, I have.
Oh, wow.
Yes, absolutely. So,
well, we're human. We're going to experience them.
Yeah, we just can't live in the what ifs because you'll never move forward. You'll just be stuck in that moment. And then that's also, it'll kind of traumatize you.
Or further derail you from where you're trying to get to.
True, very true.
It sure will. So about 3 or 4 years ago, I was asked to be on a platform to speak, and I turned it down, Aquanette, because of fear.
You really? Oh my goodness!
I knew you was gonna say that. And you know what's funny? Because I can hear the chatter about to start, and you've already started. I can hear y'all saying you were scared to speak, but keep in mind, at the time, I was not doing speaking engagements and hosting events like I do now, highlighting all of this personality that I possess.
Okay, yes.
You know, I got that pizzazz.
Yes,
I possess
you
a lot of
do.
pizzazz, baby.
Yes, you do.
But you know what? I wasn't doing it then. So, yes, I was afraid to operate in that capacity. I doubted myself, and I even had myself believing that I was not competent enough to be able to capture the audience attention
I'm guilty of that too.
and to bring valuable content to the table. Can y'all believe I was scared that I couldn't bring valuable content to the table? But I was. But boy, look at me now. To be honest, I had some slight regret, like we was talking about, not saying yes to the assignment, because I felt as if I had let the person down who asked me to speak at the conference. I felt as if that person had seen something in me that was valuable enough to share with those attendees.
Yes.
Like I just felt some kind of way, and I think I loathed in it for a while. Like I just, you know, I felt kind of bad, and I was like, I think I was more disappointed that I let somebody down.
Okay.
Because I feel like they were counting on me at that moment.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And then I felt like perhaps not just the fear, but maybe I just wasn't worthy enough to be on her platform.
Yeah.
Maybe, and I know we're going to touch on that in another episode about self-worth, but I can say since then I found that self-worth, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I think it was more of me, that fear and not feeling worthy of that opportunity. So I let it go, and like I said, I was just so disappointed in myself. But like I said, boy, look at me now. Look where I turned that fear into success.
Yes.
I had to just change my mindset on that.
And if I could say something really quick here, you were talking about how you were more disappointed that you let somebody else down. It's very interesting how we kind of, you know, interpret different feelings, because when I missed out on an opportunity, I was more disappointed that I didn't even try.
Ooh.
So for me, even though I had somebody, basically it was a manager that I had. She was telling me, no, Aquanette, this is a position you can do. This is a position that you're more than competent to do. And I'm looking at her like, are you serious? Like, I'm not qualified. I don't have the degree. I'm coming up with all these reasons as to why I don't deserve it, or I'm not competent enough, or I'm not bringing value. When really, I just didn't believe in myself.
You were doubting yourself, and all the time you possess the skill set, obviously.
Correct.
Because nobody's going to put you, especially, I'm assuming this is corporate America, nobody's going to put you in a position to set you up, because, you know, they're all about how can we progress the company.
Correct.
So they want somebody that knows what they're doing.
Correct. And it took me almost 6 years later with a different company for them to say, well, yeah, you know, you interviewed for this position, but we want to put you in this higher position. And the first thought was, no, I can't do it. And then I had to like really correct myself and say, no, if you couldn't do it, then you wouldn't have got the position.
Right. Or you wouldn't have made it this far in
Correct.
life.
Correct.
Because obviously you bring something to the table.
Correct.
In whatever the field you was in. And I think if I remember correctly, is that clinical research?
It's clinical trials.
Clinical trials. Okay.
Yeah, clinical trials. And in that moment, I remembered, Aquanette, this is your second opportunity.
Oh, so that was your second time
That
around.
was it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it. And here I am.
And here
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that the second time around, you gave it your all.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I walked in the confidence, even if I wasn't sure. But because I knew this was my second chance, I was going to take it. Everything that other managers saw in me, I just remembered like she was right.
Yeah, so you was going to let that first missed opportunity fuel
your
strength for that second
That's
time
exactly
around.
right. Yeah.
Ooh, Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, girl.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm proud of me too.
Yes. And that's the most important part. That's where really I was
Yes.
waiting on you to say that you're proud of
I
yourself.
am.
Because sometimes we don't give ourselves credit enough. Like we don't.
That's true.
And that is so important that we pat ourselves on the back.
That's right.
Because sometimes we're looking for others to validate us.
And I don't need that anymore. I promise I do not. And I just remember the times that I did need it. And when people were giving it to me, I still didn't believe it.
And sometimes it's like that.
It is.
Sometimes we know what we possess, but we want somebody else to, like I said, validate. But baby, validation is for parking.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Baby, it's for parking. You don't
It's
need no
for parking.
validation. And even at the end of the day, if I validate it, if you don't believe it, it's worthless.
That's right. That's true.
You know, it's really worthless and pointless.
That's true.
Missed opportunities now and missed goals are unfortunate.
Yeah.
However, the way we frame missed opportunities in the past can make all the difference in how we approach the future. It can be the difference between guilt and growth, regret and reset, sadness and success. If framed properly, we can allow these missed opportunities to shape our future without letting them define our present or our future identity. Now, just imagine if I was to reside in that fear that I told y'all about, not feeling confident enough to speak and share my viewpoints with others. Guess what, y'all? The I Am Kiana Skills brand would be non-existent.
That's true.
Yes.
Wow.
Think about it.
And
We
I
wouldn't
can't
be sitting here
imagine
today.
it. Yeah,
No.
I can't
We wouldn't be
imagine
doing this. We wouldn't even have a podcast today. Like, we really wouldn't. So that's why I always say, bottom line is don't dwell, in the past, in your
Right.
past mistakes or failures. By doing so, you may be setting yourself up to miss even more opportunities in the future. It is extremely hard to plan and manifest for what is ahead of you when you are stuck staring when you're stuck staring what's behind you.
Right.
Let me give y'all a little food for thought here. The rearview mirror that's in your car. Think about it like this. It's small and it shows you what's behind you, right?
That's right.
It's not like that big front mirror. It's small. And it's small for a reason. Because you're just supposed to glance back at it, see what's behind you. You're not going that way.
Right.
So why does it need to be big?
I see.
The
Yeah.
windshield in front of you needs to be big.
Yes.
Because guess what? You're going forward. You need to be able to
gotta
see
see
every direction.
everything.
You need to see to the
Yeah.
right of you, to the left of you,
I like
what's
that.
ahead of you. And even sometimes if you want to put that thing in reverse, you may look over your shoulder a little bit
But it's
to
just
look out
for
that
a
back. But
minute.
it's just for a minute.
Yeah.
You catching
Yeah.
on? You catching on?
I got
I
you.
hope listening land is catching on.
Okay, listener land, catch
Y'all
on.
catching on? Y'all catching on? But like I said, bottom line, don't dwell on the past. By doing so, you're just basically pretty much setting yourself up for possible missed opportunities for your future. It is extremely hard to plan and manifest for what is ahead of you when you're stuck staring back there. You keep staring back there. Quit staring back there. That rearview mirror that I was talking about, it's a reflection of the past and cannot be changed anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
You can't change what's back there. You can't change a thing about it.
Nope.
Now, we've already talked about it. What can you do about it?
Right.
You can progress and go
Move
forward.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
But you can't change it.
No.
Not at all. It happened.
Yep.
It's documented in history. At that point, it's a document part of your history. It's a foot stamp of your progress.
Yeah.
That's how you should look at it. I mean, I guess because I'm sitting here, I'm dwelling just on some of my thought process right now. It's just thinking about, my, if I would have stayed in that fear. Because I guess recorded, so I'm just looking around y'all, the studio, and I'm thinking, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Like,
That's
I mean,
right.
it's just, I'm really, y'all want to scream in excitement, but I don't want to hurt y'all's ears. But I want to be like, I wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't even have this podcast. I know
right.
y'all like, well, she quit saying it, but I guess I'm just in awe.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those moments like, this is surreal. Like, this is really me. This is really awkward. We really here. Yeah. It's really Keita over there working this board. Like, we're here, y'all.
We are.
If I never would have tapped into this thing, it would have just been a thought.
That's it.
You know, there's a lot of people, we just have thoughts and opportunities come, but we just like, okay, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to do it. But guess what? Some of those people are in the grave now with those missed opportunities.
That's true.
Yes. It's really just, I don't even know how to even put it. Like, I'm going to move on, but I just wanted to tell y'all, like, sometimes I can't even express into words that I've actually am doing this.
Yeah, that you're here.
Because it's like, wow, I said this is what I wanted to do. And I kept thinking about that missed opportunity. Like, girl, who gonna listen to you? Who gonna, you know, I keep replaying that in my head. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Like, when you keep replaying that sometimes, it fuels that fear.
Right.
But guess what? I kept saying, no, I got to fuel my success. Sometimes you have to do that.
Yep.
It just, y'all, I know. It's just, I wish y'all could really see my face right now. Like, I'm just beyond grateful.
Yeah, you're having a moment.
Yes,
it's okay.
I really am,
yeah,
y'all. It's just like, wow, I'm here.
Because you didn't give up.
Yeah, I didn't.
You did not.
And you know what? It's easy to give up and throw in a towel.
So easy. So easy.
Yes. But you know what? Looking in that rearview mirror, it allows us to gauge where we are going and where we've come from.
That's the good part.
And you can gauge where you're going and where you come from. So that's a good thing.
The growth.
So there are some good things in that rearview mirror. Like you said, that growth.
Yeah, to glance at.
Yeah,
not
just
to
glance at. Yeah, not to do it. Glance. I like that word, girl. Glance. Come on, tell them again. Do what now?
We're going to glance.
We're going to glance, y'all. Glance. Can I glance and prance? I'm a whole fool, y'all. I'm a whole fool. Y'all, allow your missed opportunities to shape your future. Remember, you're not starting over. You're starting from experience. Use the lessons you've learned from those past mistakes to avoid the same pitfalls in the future. Instead of dwelling on the past, simply do an after-action review of your experiences and learn from your mistakes so you do not relive them. Let your failure or missed opportunity be the fuel of your success. One of the most powerful motivators for future success is those past failures and missed opportunities. See, you don't want to waste that powerful fuel by pouring into the sadness and the regret. You want to use those past failures as motivation to be the next great comeback story.
Yes.
See, you need to be that next great comeback story. Because somebody needs to hear what you have to say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, it is our choice. Will we allow our missed opportunities to fuel our sadness or fuel our success? If you was to choose fuel your success, then I would suggest that you prepare yourself by equipping yourself with the tools and the skill set you will need to better equip so that you will be better equipped for the second time around. Yeah. I would, girl, that's some powerful stuff.
Yes, it is.
I would also advise to ask yourself, if the opportunity did present itself again, what would you do differently and how would you prepare yourself for it? So, Aquanette, how would you prepare yourself for missed opportunities that might boomerang back to you?
I guess there's a few things that I would do. Of course, depending on what the situation is, but there have been times where I think I was too eager in a sense. And sometimes because we might be too eager, it just won't happen. Especially if there is, if you're kind of in a situation where you need someone's, I guess, approval or access, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you're too eager, for instance, dating, if you are too eager, and let's say you've had a string of people that you have just not had the best, outcome with, and you finally are presented with a person that you really think, okay, this person may work. This person may be a good fit for me. and I'm talking male or female, sometimes you can be too eager.
Yeah. And like thirsty, as they say.
Yeah, that's the word they use. They use, thirsty. I think we used to use hungry, desperate, but and that's the other thing. Like I think for me in certain situations, I just wished I wasn't so eager, because not everybody's trying to like date to get married. That was just something I experienced when I was younger. And I was like, why does nobody want to get married? Like, I don't get it. You don't want to talk about marriage the first date.
Well, I would hope not. I hope it will be more getting to know the person and to ensure that that's the person you want to be with. Because it might be an opportunity that you want to miss on that one.
This is true. Yeah, this is true also. And I think for me, just the conversation of it was the turnoff.
Okay.
So to them, I look too eager, when really I'm just, like you said, I'm just trying to get to know the person. And I just let people know up front. I mean, yeah, of course, eventually I'd like to, I do see myself getting married. Not saying that it was with them, but that's the way they took it. So what I mean is being too eager in that scenario. Now, the other situations, I would definitely just make sure, like you said, that I would be fueling my fear with success. And I say that because, again, it's about believing in yourself, but you also have to, work on yourself as well. So that's something that I definitely would just make sure that we're doing. Just make sure that, we are working on ourselves so that we know what we want. Let's start there, because some of us think we know what we want, but we don't know what we want sometimes. And the idea of what we want may take a little bit more time, a little bit more effort than we thought. The process may take longer to get there. So that's something that I think that, would be good also. So yeah, I think those are some things that I would work on, just me personally.
I like how you said you would work on you.
Yeah.
Especially when it goes back, you period, but I want to throw that into relationships. I want to touch on that for a minute, because sometimes, how can I say it? I'm going to put it like this. Sometimes the right person can come into your life, but at the wrong time. Because like you said, if you're presenting yourself too eager and they're kind of like, I really like her, but this is, and then it may boom around back where you did self-work. And guess what? Turns out that couples may get back together and they get married and they've been together 20, 30 years. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's necessarily, it was a missed opportunity for that moment. But one of the individuals had to go do the work.
To grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because maybe I wasn't presenting myself the right way. Maybe I wasn't presenting myself in a way, I definitely wasn't presenting myself in a way that I thought was comforting to some people. So to me, I thought my delivery was fine. But, later on you find out, or I found out, well, no, it's a little professional. So I found that I was coming off as if I was interviewing people.
Oh, wow. No man wants to be interviewed.
Yeah, and I didn't think that's what I was like. Well, I'm just asking questions. Well, Aquanet, don't interrogate them. Oh, that's how it's coming across. See? So again, I had to do the work on myself just to understand how to communicate differently. My social skills, I had to work on those social skills. So, I'm definitely in a better space now. At the same time, should an opportunity come back around, I'll know how to handle it because I've recalibrated.
Ooh, I like that you recalibrated.
Yeah, that's
y'all gotta. Yes, I like that. See, you gotta recalibrate, listener land. You got to get yourself together.
Yeah, collect your data.
Collect your data. Figure out what's going on with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can be ready
for that second time around.
Just
I like in that. Case.
So y'all get on out there, get your tune up, recalibrate.
Okay, yes.
Get them tune ups, baby, and recalibrate yourself.
Yes.
Because, baby, it's a whole world out here of opportunities. And some are for the taking.
That's it.
And some are for, what's my word I was going to use? My mind went blank on y'all. So, let me say it like it. Some are for the taking, and some are just to be viewed.
That's true.
Because sometimes you're just not ready.
You're not ready, or you actually see that, you know what? I thought this was an opportunity, but it's not something that's going to benefit me or be
Right.
valuable, for where I'm headed in my life. Because like I said, once you start like working on yourself, your taste is what the old people say. Your taste will change in what it is you thought you wanted.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
So, yeah.
So, I would say that I'm currently preparing myself for any speaking engagements or hosting opportunities that boomerang back to me. By me operating in my current role as a podcaster, a motivational speaker. To get to this point, you know what I had to do? I had to evaluate. I keep going back to that fear. I had to evaluate my fear of thinking, like I keep talking about, my content. I had to reevaluate that content to know, why did I keep thinking that I was not worthy enough? Because I was not well known or popular. And then I had an aha moment. Because see, y'all heard me when I said, my fear of thinking that my content was not worthy enough because I was not well known or popular. And then I had an aha moment, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all in on that aha moment. You know what I'm talking about when I say aha moment, don't you? You know, when you suddenly realize something or you start to understand something about yourself.
Yes.
You know. So one day, it just hit me. And I said out loud, I said, I'm not trying to be popular. I'm trying to be impactful.
Okay.
My.
What a difference.
When I said that, it opened up a whole world of opportunity for me. I just said something so profound, but so simple. Not trying to be popular in these streets.
That's right.
I'm trying to be impactful. Y'all gonna catch it somewhere. Some of y'all too busy trying to be popular.
Yeah,
because we all want popularity. We see if the celebrities say la. We get it. But I had that aha moment. That ain't important to me.
Right. Yeah.
Being impactful is gonna get me in rooms where I really need to be.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's where I want to be. I want to be amongst that crowd, not the popular people.
Right.
Because sometimes those popular people don't add value.
That's true.
And I add a lot of value.
Yes, you do.
So guess where I want to be? In the room where the value and the stock is going up.
That's right.
Ooh, y'all, I told y'all this podcast gonna be preaching and teaching to you. Listen to land. When you catch that tidbit of tea, say amen.
Amen.
Truth be told, I have always felt an inkling that I was put on this earth to motivate and to inspire others to be their best and to live their best life, all while doing it authentic. What is the word I'm looking for? Y'all, my mind, y'all, with this podcast, I promise y'all, my mind be going blank because it just really just be going blank. It really do. I'm sorry, y'all. Today is one of those days, y'all. But I'm still on. I'm gonna stay on task and on target. It's just been one of those days. It really has, y'all. If I can only tell y'all pre-show what happened in this studio trying to get everything together. But that's neither here nor there. Let me get back on target. Y'all know I get off task.
Authentically.
Yeah, authentically. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Aquanet, because, baby, I just couldn't think what I was going to say. Living their best life, all while doing it authentically. This is what the I Am Counter Skills podcast and brand is on a mission to fulfill. If I only reach 1 versus 1 million and 1,000,001, I still feel as if my mission was accomplished on this earth.
Okay. Nice.
Because it don't really matter.
That's true.
Long as I impact one life, I'm good. Because you know what? Y'all, this mission that I'm on is bigger than me. It is about trying to add value to our community.
Yes.
By uplifting and encouraging our community, to show the world and to remind our community that we are not just negative stereotypes.
Correct.
That we often see on TV or read in these papers and via magazines. We are worthy of opportunities that the other ethnicities have at their disposal. Y'all, your girl tapped into her superpower. And that superpower that I possess is to inspire. I guess we can look at it like this. I did not wait around to see if I was going to miss another opportunity. I created my own opportunity while changing my mindset.
Yes, yes.
I took action. I did not just talk about what I was going to do. I took the leap towards manifesting the change I wanted to see in myself, as well as the change I wanted to see in the world and in our culture. I aligned myself with people that shared the same interest as I do to gain experience and knowledge. Connecting with others on this journey to bring my vision to life has opened up other opportunities for me because I'm out here trusting the process.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm acting on the principle that faith without works is dead.
Okay.
Somebody better say faith
That's
without
right.
works is dead.
Faith without works is dead.
Woo, baby. Having the faith that opportunities will present themselves and not doing the work to prepare for those opportunities is just ludicrous to me. Makes no sense. Somebody tell me where it makes sense that you manifesting all this stuff and you think it's going to magically appear out the sky. Why they doing that at?
Well, the funny thing is manifesting is a verb.
Thank you.
It's an action word.
Woo, woo. Come on, teach them something today.
So how can we manifest anything if all we're doing is talking about it and we're not going to be about it?
Ooh, you better talk about it and be about it, baby.
And that's why faith without works is dead. So anything, even if you're at a job, I had a job once and there was a person there. Every time somebody would get promoted, they were packing up their stuff. I'm leaving. This is just too much. I've been here all these years, and the complaining, the dramatics. And for the first 6 or 7 times, I was like, no, don't leave. We need you, this type of stuff. And eventually, around the 8th or 9th time, I'm like, oh, there she go again. But she wasn't doing anything extra
to prepare herself for the shift.
To prepare herself for the shift, whatever that was going to involve, whether it meant, if management is saying this is what we need more of in this type of position, then you do that. You don't just make up excuses as to why you can't do it or why you shouldn't have to do that. A lot of people feel like because they've been where they are for so long, that's all they need. But that's not how it works.
Right.
That's not how progressing works. You really do have to put in the work to move forward.
Yep, you do.
So again, you can hear a person such as that person, well, I'm just praying, I'm just giving it to God, but that's all you're doing.
You could give it to God, but he wants you to act on it too.
Correct. And that is part of the manifesting.
Like I can say something all day long till I'm blue in the face. But if I don't move, I can say my head hurt. Oh, it's throbbing right here, it's throbbing right here. But if I don't take action to go get me some Advil, ibuprofen,
there you go.
Guess what?
It's still gonna
be throbbing.
Correct.
Now, you got to take action, people.
And just remember, manifesting is an action word. So don't just talk. Actually do it.
Yep.
Actually do it. Yeah. And that can be a process also, because while you're putting in the work, you still have to fuel yourself with positive things that will happen while you're actually putting in the work. Because eventually it will happen. Whatever we speak, we will become. Ooh, and that's biblical.
Yes.
Don't get me started.
The power lies in that tongue.
In the tongue. It does.
Life and death lies in that tongue.
It does, because whatever we speak, we believe, and what we believe, we are.
Yep. And what you speaking, you should be seeking.
Okay. That's it. That's it.
Yes. So, Aquanet, what goals are you actively pursuing right now?
The main goal I am still pursuing is just putting in work on myself. There are things that I really know I need some work on. I was watching a reel on Instagram, and basically the person was talking about how I may look like I'm ready on the outside, but y'all just don't know. It's some stuff going on the inside that's not ready, that I still need to work on. And so there are plenty of people, even when I talk to people about my business, you know, I hear people say, oh, well, you're ready. You should go ahead and get your store. You should go ahead and do this. You should go. And I'm just like, it's not time. And
is crucial.
Right. And you can't necessarily tell people that aren't in your exact position and explain to them why it's not, because they're not going to get it.
Right.
But I just have told people when it's time, I'll know it's just not right now. I just have to be real simple, because before I would get frustrated, like if these people don't keep talking to me, like, I don't know, I would just get really upset. That's why I said it's still some stuff I need to work on, like my patience. My patience when it comes to the vision that I have for my business. I know for me, I have to keep my personal life together. Because if your personal life isn't together, anything else outside of that is not going to work at all. You can keep trying and keep
tumbling.
That's right. It's going to tumble, and it's going to literally bleed into anything extra that you're trying to do. So for me, that's something that I'm definitely working on, just still working on my patience on the inside, and also just the things that I want to happen with my business, and understanding like it's okay for me to internalize that. Everybody doesn't have to know, and everybody's opinion doesn't matter at all. And those are just a few things, just to be transparent, that I struggle with. I struggle with that. So, but I'm still pushing, and every day I do things just to keep myself motivated, just to keep myself inspired, so that I can, you know, achieve what I know is going to happen in the right time. There have been people that have said, well, Aquanet, you know, you should have done this, and you should have. No, those weren't missed opportunities. I wasn't ready, and I knew I wasn't ready. And I'll be ready. And I think I told somebody the other day, oh, you'll know when I'm ready. You'll know. You'll see it.
Because right now you're laying the foundation like a house. You got to lay that foundation.
You do.
Because if that foundation is not right, when the big bad wolf comes,
it's gonna blow down.
It's just gonna blow down.
Yeah.
So once you know you're doing the work, so when you're building and laying that foundation, so when it's time, you're gonna have it all together. It's not gonna just crumble.
Right, and that goes back to order. I'm working on my order, because I know, because I am a visionary. I see everything already done. I have to make sure I'm taking the right steps, like you say, to make sure the foundation, not only is it laid, but it's laid properly. Because I want to be able to stand on it.
Yep.
I need my business to stand on it. So, yeah, I get it.
Now, do you have a superpower?
Oh, my goodness. I actually do. I think I have a few superpowers, and I wasn't really aware of this for a while. But like you, I'm here to inspire, and a lot of times I think that happens in my actions. I don't do a lot of talking unless it's time. So, but I do inspire. Another superpower that I have is listening. Because when I listen, I'm analyzing, I'm thinking about how to respond, not reacting. A lot of people don't have that. So, I would also say another superpower that I have is the ability to diffuse and calm.
The calm situation.
I'm the calm. Yeah. So.
Well, girl, don't call me, because I'm the rather one. Let's put on our shoes. Let me get my bandana. No, I'm just kidding, y'all.
The thing is, you know, I can be that way too, but I have noticed when things are up in the air, when things are disorganized, they call Aquanet. And at first, for years, I was like, why is everybody calling me? Because in my head, I'm like, it's simple. Just do this, do this, do this, do this. And yeah.
So when did you realize that was your superpower? When did you have that aha moment?
I would actually say probably in the past 5 years. There's been a lot of work I've been doing on me in the past 5 years. And it really actually took a few people that actually came to me. And it just seemed like was like people back to back, because we all go through things. And, you know, so many people say, but you just have everything so together. And I'm like, no, I don't. I internalize, but that's just the way I handle it. I'm not extroverted when it comes to that. So when you have certain people coming to you, I just had to ask one person. I said, what? You're like the 6th or 7th person today. Like, what is going on? And she said, well, you know, you just calm me down. You've always been that way. And then they said, you just have like this old spirit about you. And I thought, is that a good thing or a bad, a good thing or a bad thing? And she said, no, it's good, because there's not enough people that are like that. She said, I come to your house, I know you're going to feed me.
So we need to come to your house to get fed then. Take note.
I know you're going to talk to me, and you're going to listen to me, and you're going to let me say whatever it is I need to say without judging me. And they said, that's the biggest part. You can listen to a person without judging them. And it all comes from a place of, she said, empathy. I said, yeah, I've been through a lot. She said, and that's what it is. And you still remain calm and at ease and with peace. I said, yeah, I mean, it took a lot to get there. But sometimes you don't have a choice. And I think that's basically what it was. There are some people that feel like they have, you know, choices. And for me, earlier in life, I just learned, like, you're just not always going to have a choice. You're not going to always get things to go your way. And you just kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
So you just move accordingly.
I like that, move accordingly.
And don't put in so much energy on, I want it my way, I want it my way, I want it my way. Yeah, I know. I see you over there. I am Kiana Scales.
You know what? I'm like that a little bit. I'm not like that all the time. I take other people's in, but don't act like I'm like that all the time.
Nah.
Don't make me fire you for you get stuck. No, I'm just playing. I wouldn't do that, y'all. I'm full of jokes.
Yeah.
Don't be emailing me, write me something. Don't fire her. I'm not gonna do it, y'all. That's just jokes.
Yeah, but if I just sum everything up, I would say my superpowers are to inspire, to listen, empathize, and I have wisdom. And I always thought I was too young to have wisdom, but even my cousins, like, that have known me since I was a little Aquanet.
A little Aquanet.
A little Aquanet.
Now you the big Aquanet.
I am all grown up.
They full of knowledge.
Right. Yeah. Well, they have said, well, no, you've always been grown. I said, well, what does that mean? One of my cousins said, well, you just were never like a normal kid. Most kids are always, you know, reactive and they want their way. You were just like, well, you know. So, and they were like, you always have been cognizant of what you say before you say it, because you don't want to hurt people. But that's just me. I've always been that way.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, those would be some of my superpowers.
Okay, look at you. Done tapped into your superpowers.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Well, before we wrap up this episode, I want to address some real life scenarios I heard from people. I'm going to read all the scenarios, and then I will provide some insight that I feel, that I think will be beneficial to anyone who shares these similar situations.
Yeah, let's do it.
I told y'all this is real talk, real people, and relevant conversations.
Yeah.
So these are the scenarios. These are real life scenarios. Okay, let me get to the scenarios. I have made a mistake and lost a once in a lifetime opportunity. I do not think I will be able to do anything worthwhile in my life now. It sucks. What should I do? The next one. I let go of a once in a lifetime opportunity without knowing its value. How do I get over this and feel better? I regret missing an opportunity that could have changed my life for the better. I am being mentally and physically abused because I missed this opportunity. So wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. So I constantly live in regret. So how can I be resilient and overcome the pain of regret?
Ooh.
Y'all, there's some real life stuff
that's
here.
A good one.
How do I deal with regret of a missed opportunity? If you have a once in a lifetime opportunity, but you are not experienced enough for it, what do you do? Those scenarios I read are real life scenarios, y'all. Now I'm going to provide some of my input. I'm just going to run it all together. Well, here it goes. Do not hold yourself hostage, dwelling on the missed endeavor. Try to be positive by thinking that there will be another better opportunity waiting for you, which will come knocking at your door in the future. Nobody knows when it will knock. Be prepared for it. Like I stated earlier, equip yourself with the skills you will need to be ready for the second time around. Do not just talk about it. We talked about that, about taking action. Be about it. It was stated in a scenario that it is highly unlikely that the opportunity that was missed will come back around. Okay, let us take the worst case scenario with that one, which is, let's just say that lifetime opportunity that they thought was a lifetime opportunity doesn't come again in the future. Now, my question, y'all know I just be thinking outside the box. So my question to the individual would be, how can you be sure that that so-called lifetime opportunity will fulfill all of your dreams?
Correct.
In the future. And isn't there any other way to fulfill your dreams other than that opportunity? Because if you think that only that opportunity was your best option and it would have fulfilled your dreams, then how could you be so sure?
Correct.
Because, unless I'm mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, no one has seen the future. So how could you know, or how could you predict it? I would say to that person, have a self-talk and address these questions that I have proposed to gain some insight. And I mean some true insight on whether the missed opportunity was truly that life-altering.
Correct. Yeah.
Learn from your mistake and try not to repeat the same mistake when the future endeavor presents itself. Do not think about that opportunity now. You can't change it anyway. I heard a wise person say to me, we talking about them wise people. I heard a wise person say to me, man proposes, God disposes.
Okay.
Let me say that again for the people in the back. Man proposes, God disposes. I really did not understand what the wise person was trying to tell me at that time. But over the years, I believe I have figured out what was being said to me. I have come to realize what that wise person was telling me. That I can make, basically what they were saying to me, that I can make all the plans that I desire. But God will be the determining factor of how things in my life will turn out. Woo, child. Y'all better get you some seasoned people in your life.
Yes.
Who will give you some wisdom and will drop their wisdom and knowledge in your spirit. Because that's what we just seem to be lacking these days.
This is true. Yeah.
That wisdom for those seasoned people. So, Aquanette, what advice would you give to the listeners in terms of thinking that they missed an opportunity and it is the be all and end all of opportunities?
That's actually a good question. I would actually start off by changing your mindset, just like we spoke about earlier. It's very important that we change our mindset. I know that there's the Latin saying, carpe diem, seize the day.
Ooh, I was just
That's
about
what
to say,
that means.
okay,
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
So
it means seize the day. But I think it's taken out of context because over the years, one of the things that I've learned is, like I said earlier, I don't feel like we're ever late on anything. Maybe we just weren't ready. There's some other things that go into that. But if we change our mindset, because sometimes we don't know that we've lost an opportunity until we are faced with it again. But I would just like to remind people that usually the only time you really miss an opportunity is if you're not growing. When we're growing in life, it always comes back around. It may be set up a little differently, but it always comes back around if you are growing. And in order to grow, you have to change your mindset. So that's what I would tell the listeners.
So was there ever a time when you felt that it was the end of the world because you missed something in life? Like you just fell out. Let's just say you had an adult temper tantrum.
See, and that's hard because I've never had a temper tantrum.
Baby, I have. Baby, I'm about to roll on this floor in a minute.
If I do think really, really hard, yeah, there definitely was a time where I did think that it was the end all, and I'll take this back to my younger days.
Okay.
So I didn't make the varsity basketball team.
Okay.
And that was really, really hard. You talk about somebody that moped around for days. Because I was supposed to get ready to be in the WNBA.
Come on, WNBA.
Supposed to be.
Well, my Candace Parker.
Yeah. So that was a time, and I had to get a pep talk. My mom actually gave me that pep talk, and even my coach gave me the pep talk. And, you know, I was one of the highest scorers. So I'm just thinking, well, why wouldn't I make it? That doesn't make any sense. But, you know, when I look back on, I guess, the semantics of how everything was working out, there were things in the future that I hadn't seen. And if I was on the varsity team, I would not have been able to been there to help people that needed me moving forward. So there's always a bigger picture. But at that time, oh yeah, it was the end of the world because basketball was like, that was me.
That was your sport.
That was me. That was a moment where I was, you know, I was telling you my mom was a teacher earlier today. So she was everywhere. So I was always in the shadow of, oh, well, that's Miss Cooper's daughter. Everybody knew me. So I had to always be, you know,
hanging with Mrs. Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah. But I always had to make sure I was, you know, I don't want to say I didn't feel like I couldn't be a kid. Somebody was always watching. That's what I'm trying to say.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Somebody was always watching me. Somebody was always, you know, just like hovering at some point. And so for basketball, you know, that was just a place where I could just be me. There was a freedom.
Like your mom wasn't a part of that.
Well, and not only that, but you know, I'm the oldest, so like I was pulled. That's what I'm trying to say. I felt like I was pulled in so many areas, but basketball was where I could just be Aquanette. Like this is her thing. This is who she is. And I feel like, you know, it did define part of my personality as far as, you know, the thinking that you have to do while you're playing the sport. And I'll actually say I've applied some of those strategies just to my adult life as well. But even in all of that, it was just a situation where I definitely felt like if I don't do this, then I can't be who I am. So that's why I felt like it was the end of my world.
Okay, now I see you. Thank you again, Aquanette, for being my co-host on the I Am Kiana Skills podcast.
Course, yeah.
Yes, let me drop some real talk to listener land. An opportunity is like a train on the move. Once its doors have closed, it is gone. But do stick around. Another one will surely be on its way, carrying with it better opportunities.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to I Am Kiana Skills on YouTube and Spotify, and follow I Am Kiana Skills on IG and TikTok. Also download the Streets 99.3 app. Ladies, are you looking for the hottest fashions and accessories? Well, look no further. The Closet Experience has you covered. The Closet Experience has been delighting women of all ages and sizes since 2009. Visit theclosetexperience.com and save 10% with code PODCAST. That's PODCAST. The Closet Experience Boutique, where fashion and budget meet. The Closet Experience Boutique, where fashion and budget meet. Looking for homemade taste with a touch of elegance? Visit justadelight.com and let Delightful Cakes and Catering cater your next event or special occasion. Delightful Cakes and Catering, where homemade taste meets elegant simplicity. Real talk, real people, relevant conversations. The I Am Kiana Skills podcast.